Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will have the opening possession of the game. LSU really put it on the Rebels the last time these two clashed and took home all the flowers in the Magnolia Bowl.
LSU was so dominant in that game. Offensively, defensively, on special teams. It almost seemed like Ole Miss didn't even show up, so Ole Miss has got to play with more sense of urgency this time around.
Yeah, and talking to the Ole Miss guys and their staff, they're pretty upset about it. Like, this did not sit well with them. This rivalry game means something to them, and they're ready to come out here and get that taste out of their mouth and grab their flower.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience and bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Third down play from the gun. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the 4th down. Nice start for this defense.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Has the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They're going to ride this running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Finds his tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. LSU now operating in the red zone. From the gun, the ground game. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't move it a millimeter on that last play, and now they'll try it again on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. The give out of the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Hooks. Turning it on! He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
Man, I love what Reese says. Like, cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
To the ground, he's got it again. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. Defensive linemen to try to move them out of the way to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll give it to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line, a big play for this offense. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking for the score. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to run for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Pocket breaking down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires and picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Hunt. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
Will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth.
Oh, he's got some space.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield on first down. Still looking, on the move. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, The offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
That's reeled in. It's Fry. What a cut. Now he's loose. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. On the run, it took. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They take the lead with the 6.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
This time on target. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Hunt. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to go up top on first down. Breaks into the open. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, they block it. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Right on the money. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Penny. There he goes. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They booted away, and nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He leaves it with his back. Not enough for the first. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. He's looking to pass.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and gone.
They'll run it from the gun. Slithers into space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big end.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is a tough one, a 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time.
Turning it on! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's best. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Rebels! Fitted in the window for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They'll run play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the heat. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hunt. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this,